Hello all, welcome back to our next session. But before I start with our second session, let's do a quick revision on our last chapter. I discussed on new matrix of PAR and BAR to measure the marketing productivity, decomposing PAR and BAR, why purchase action ratio decompose, why brand advocacy ratio decompose, what are the factors contributing for it. Then we discussed on 8 ways to increase productivity in the workplace. We studied about successful ways where audience-centric companies connect their best performing marketing practices to the people that matters the most. And which were they? Leverage right data, take advantage of people-based marketing, embrace advanced management, advanced measurement approaches, and stay up to date on new marketing technological developments. I introduced 5 major archetypes, industry archetypes. In that, we discussed in detail about the doorknob. And today in this session, I will be discussing on the other 4 archetypes, that is goldfish, trumpet, funnel, and bow tie. So now let me share my screen with you all. So goldfish we will start with. The most distinguishing feature is high curiosity level. The most distinguishing feature is high curiosity level. Ask is greater than appeal. This pattern is found in B2B context. That is business to business context. Customer asks many questions. Consider advice from third-party sources, have multiple communications before they purchase. Business players often have difficulty designing and conveying their differentiation. And what happens in the end? Competing players typically offer similar bundle solutions. So thus customers spend more time to evaluate alternatives to find best offerings in goldfish. You followed? So the buying process is long. What is the buying process? The buying process is long, involving numerous investors with different interests. Both sellers and buyers are often very specialized, with a small number of sellers selling to a small number of buyers. It's a niche, what you can say, buying. So customers' intimacy becomes a deciding factor. How good you can convince your client, how much good you are in touch with your clients, what good feedback or how best you can solve their queries with the customers is important, with the clients is important. So customers' intimacy becomes the deciding factor in goldfish. And I can give you the example of travel industry. In a particular case of family travel, the buying decision involves a group of stakeholders, the parents, children, right? And a relatively long buying process. Everybody in the family decides, we will go to this destination. The children are saying we'll go to the other destination. The father has to look after for the budget too. So it takes time. It's a time consuming thing. So if one travel industry is given a bundle of what you can say services, the other travel agency also might be giving same bundle of services, right? So what happens here? The business players often have difficulty designing and conveying their differentiation. The third point is related with this. So in the end, competing players typically offer similar bundle solutions. So thus can spend more time to evaluate the alternatives to find the best offerings. Maybe one point is missing into this travel agency, the other one is giving you that. Giving you free, what you can say, free service back to your hotel rooms. The other service center might not be providing you. The travel agency might not be providing you. So a lot of evaluation happens into this. So the intimacy, as a 6th point, intimacy is very important. So both sellers and buyers are often very specialized, with a small number of sellers selling to a small number of buyers. These are the characteristics. So ask is greater than appeal. Lot of questions are asked, and then that appeal factor will come into play. So ask is greater than appeal. The most distinguishing feature is high curiosity levels in goldfish. Followed? So this is what we studied about goldfish. Then I come to the next one. Which is the next one? Trumpet. The distinctive characteristics is its high affinity levels. What is the distinctive characteristics of trumpet? The distinctive characteristic of trumpet is its high affinity level. Customers trust the quality of the category brands. They are brand advocates even if they don't purchase the brand. Even if they don't purchase the brand. Come here. Yes. The distinctive characteristics is its high affinity levels. The customers trust the quality of the category brands. They are brand advocates even if they don't purchase the brand. Clients are highly involved in purchase decisions. Their assessment process is relatively easy because most brands in a trumpet category have already developed strong specific reputations of quality. Followed here? So most brands in this category are niched. They are niched due to a very high price. There are fans who aspire but cannot afford to buy brands in this category always. It can be a luxurious watch, it can be a luxurious car, it can be a luxurious home facing the sea. Everybody aspires for it, but everybody cannot afford it. But they talk good about it, right? A BMW brand, fantastic brand. Everybody cannot afford it, but everybody praises that brand. So the clients are, what you can say, they are brand advocates even if they don't purchase the brand. Their assessment process is relatively easy because most brands in the trumpet category have already developed strong reputations of quality. They are the sophisticated brands in the market. So most brands in this category are niched due to very high price. There are fans who aspire but cannot afford to buy brands in this category. Yet they are willing to praise to others that brand. Since scarcity increases, brand appeal for potential buyers, marketers do not really focus on expanding channel availability. Why? Because there is only niche marketing for it, niche category, specific people for those brands who will afford it. So the company is not focused on increasing or expanding its channel availability. As I told you, which can be the example, lifestyle categories, such can be Rolex watch. It starts with the range of 6.5, 7 lakhs. Luxury watches, luxury cars, designer handbags, designer dresses. It can be beautiful houses. So trumpet characteristics is its high affinity levels. Clear? Next, I come to the next brand. Which is the next brand? Funnel. In this category, most purchases are well planned and customers are highly involved in the purchase decisions. Customers go through every stage of customer path to do purchase and to do the advocacy of that brand. Clear? Come to that goldfish pet funnel. As I told you, I'll repeat again, in this category, most purchases are well planned and customers are highly involved in the purchase decisions. Customers go through every stage of customer path to do purchase and do advocacy. They ask questions about the brands they like and eventually purchase the brands if they like. And okay, if they hear good about the brands, they eventually purchase it. Or if they hear good from the conversations, they like to purchase it. They may drop the brand from their consideration sets anywhere across the customer path, as overall customer experience matters. Important point. Anytime this brand can be dropped. If they do not like the services, if they do not like the after sale services or the features, what the product has promised and it is not delivering. So it is important to note this point. It is important that what you can say, positioning must be deeply rooted in the actual customer experience. What is important? It is important that positioning must be deeply rooted in the actual customer experience. It is also important that the funnel type, arch type, it is important to accomplish multiple touch points such as aware and appeal, website, call center, ask, sales channel, act, as well as post purchase services, that is advocate. So examples here is mostly in consumer durables as well as in service industry. This funnel type is arch type is prominent. Now we come to the next one, that is the bow tie. Each of 4 major patterns of customer path has inherent strengths, right? All of this have fantastic strengths in them and shortcomings also, all 4 of them. So in this category, everyone is aware of the brand and is willing to recommend the brand because of its stellar reputation. So combining all the positive strength of 4 major patterns, it results in an ideal customer path pattern which is shaped like a symmetrical bow tie. I'll come to this bow tie. Right? What happens here? Combining all the positive strengths of all 4 major arch types, it results in an ideal customer path which is shaped like a bow tie, symmetrical bow tie. What it reflects? It reflects the key traits of a perfect brand. The brand appeal is strong, so customers are attracted because all the positive points are taken from all the 4 arch types in this. So brand accomplish a perfect bar score of 1, which is aware is equal to advocate. What is it? Aware is equal to advocate. Why? Because the brand is appealing to all, people are aware about it, people are acting and purchasing it, and later on they are advocating it. Correct? So we studied about all the arch types, industry arch types. Coming to the next one. 4 marketing best practices. I will first explain you what do you mean by bar median, bar range. Bar median, in an industry where median bar is low, customers are generally unwilling to recommend compelling brands. Followed, when it is low, they are not ready to recommend the brands. In this, word of mouth and social media marketing do not work well. Followed, when bar median is low. On the other hand, when the bar median is high, the likelihood of brand recommendation is high. Brand recommendation is high, brand recommendation is low in bar median. When I talk about the bar range, the gap between the highest and the lowest bar in an industry also reveals interesting insights. A wide bar range reflects a word of mouth dominance. There are leading brands with high bar on top of weaker brands with low bar. So high bar value stands for strong brand reputation. That is, the wide bar stands for strong brand reputation that places them on top on a customer's consideration set. A pull marketing approach is effective here. What is effective here? A pull marketing approach is effective in this area. A narrow bar range shows that competition is very tight without bar dominance. A push marketing approach is the only way to succeed here. So using bar range and bar median and as axis, we may derive another industry grouping. So I will be discussing 4 industry groupings with the help of bar range and bar median. First, I explained you just now what do you mean by low, high, wide and narrow ranges of the bar median and bar range. Now, when I talk about the first industry, in this industry, when I start with this industry, in industry with high bar median and wide bar range, customers are generally ready to recommend several leading brands. In this group, the key success factor is brand management, like developing excellent positioning strategy and executing it through marketing channels. So, what is important? The branding is important. Example, consumer packaged goods like LPG, L'Oreal. Coming to the next one, with industries with this I'm talking about. Industries with high bar median and narrow bar range, customers are ready to recommend certain brands even though there is no player with a dominating bar score. Niche local brands or what you can say, equally strong large players are there in highly fragmented markets. So success is often determined by channel proximity and access and what accessibility to the key markets. So key success factors are channel management in this. What is key success over here is channel management. So developing omni-channel is the ideal option. Example I can give is retail industry, departmental stores, especially the stores which are in specialty, specialty stores and e-commerce sites. Now, when I talk about this industry, in industries where bar median is low, but the bar range is wide, customers do not generally recommend brands, although they sometimes advocate leading brands. So customer experience is polarizing with equal numbers of happy and frustrated customers. So leading brands often show their service excellence and customers' intimacy over the brand. So what is important here? Service, how you deliver the service over the others. That's how you will attract the customers, pull your customers. Example, airline industry. Now, when I speak about this industry, the final group of industries has low bar median and narrow bar range. In this industries, competition is tight. Competition is tight and customers generally are unwilling to recommend competing brands. Almost there is no word of mouth. So such competing brands have to use push strategy. That is, to skillfully use sales force management, thereby managing productive sales and driving right sales activities. So marketers need to keep an eye on the shifts in their industries and adapt their strategies accordingly. Clear? So that's how, using bar range and bar median as axis, this industry groupings are decided. So I think I have covered all the chapters, all the topics in this chapter. That is introduction to PAR and bar, decomposing PAR and bar, driving up productivity, industry best practices and archetypes, 4 major industry archetypes and marketing best practices. So with this, I'm ending my session. Thank you very much.